There's your moon milk. It smells delicious. I'm just going to put it here. So tell me, how are things? Getting well? It's the vitamin C. Yeah. I'm okay. I'm actually healthy. Healthy again. Alive and kicking, exactly. Thanks God. Like this sickness just like, oh my goodness, it killed me. Yeah, especially without sports, that's really harsh. Like you can't move, you can't do anything, you don't want to work. I didn't like it. Oh, let's just not go there, okay? Exactly, there are more pleasant things to talk about. All right, you got your blanket? Yes, lovely. No, no tree bark this time, as I promised. This one shall help you relax and dream sweetest dreams. Speaking of which, yeah, I have got something for you. Sure. Christ's sake, I always do. So listen, this week I fell into proper rabbit hole. Carl Gustav Jung and Wolfgang Pauli, psychology and quantum physics having a secret affair in the 1930s. Woo! You know Jung, right? That dream guy, yeah. Archetypes, collective unconscious. You seem to be well up, eh? And Pauli, the sharp one from physics, yeah. The one who discovered the exclusion principle. Brilliant, but a bit haunted. Well, I actually read their letter correspondence. Yeah, they were sending letters to each other, and I was quite smitten by their relationship. So, how it no, hold on. I'm going to tell you how it all began. So Pauli's life had come apart. His mom had died, and his marriage had collapsed, and he was having dreams that made no sense but felt like prophecy. And his friend said, like, mate, you don't need another equation. You need a Jung. So the physicist goes to the psychologist. Yeah, imagine it. A man who believes only in logic means a man who listens to dreams, and both start talking about the same thing, actually. Yeah. Maybe you know it. Jung coined this word Synchronicität. Synchronicity, exactly, to describe meaningful coincidences that have no obvious cause. Well, for example, you think of an old friend and a moment later they call you. Or you dream of a white bird and the next morning one lands outside your window. Well, most people shrug it off as coincidence, but Jung said, no, it's something deeper. It's the psyche and the world speaking the sort of the same language for a second. And he called it the Unus Mundus, the one world. It's like a hidden unity where inner and outer reality are woven from the same thread. Beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, like the universe blinks, and for heartbeat, the dream and the daylight overlap. Now, what I was talking about, Pauli hears this and surprisingly doesn't laugh. He listens because in quantum mechanics, he's already seen something similar. Einstein called it spukhafte Fernwirkung. Yes, you're absolutely right. Spooky action at a distance. How come you know German? Yeah, so when two particles are entangled, they act as one system, even when they're miles apart. Like if something happens to one particle, then its coupled one, even being at another end of the universe, will be exposed to the similar action. Got me? Yeah, and you do know about that, okay? I should have assumed that, yeah. Yes, exactly. You measure one particle and the other reacts instantly. It is then also measured, I reckon, yeah. No, no wires, no signal, just connection pure. By the way, did you know that Einstein actually hated it? Well, all that quantum physics stuff. Well, because he said something like, jog my memory, God doesn't play dice. Nah, no, he used God as metaphor for the lawful, like rational and predictable structure of the universe. So I would say the quote signifies his discomfort with this probabilistic nature of quantum mechanics. But getting back to quantum entanglement, Pauli, though, found it hauntingly familiar. He thought if particles can be meaningfully connected without cause, why not events? Why not minds? Hmm. Oh, it's quite spicy. Sorry. Uh, oh, you like it? Kurkuma. So Jung and Pauli start writing letters, dozens of them, over 20 years, dreams, equations, mandalas, quantum fields, whatnot. Yeah, you're right. It seems in fact tangled up. And they weren't just exchanging ideas, they were searching for a bridge, a way to show that psyche and matter aren't opposites, but reflections of the same thing. My gosh, I would give everything just to be able to listen to them good lads for a couple of minutes. Imagine the quality of those conversations. Yeah. Kidding me? Of course, I would dearly love to drink one with them. One, even two. Yeah. And you would go like, look, the psychology we have, energy too, libido, emotion, drive, it flows, transforms, balances. And Pauli would go like, same in physics, energy changes form but never dies. Yeah. As we both saw reality as fields of energy, visible and invisible, shaping experience. And yeah, I can almost picture it, Jung with his pipe, Pauli scribbling his equations, both trying to describe the same invisible thing. One calls it so, the other spin. What, sorry? It's a great question, actually. I've been asking myself exactly the same question. How can two particles become entangled? All right, quick nerdy interlude. Let me, yes, of course I did some research. Right, let's make the spooky part make sense. So imagine in a lab, you shoot a laser into a crystal. Now and then, one photon splits into two, a little quantum burst, let's put it like that. And they fly off in opposite directions but share one wave function. So they're twins, not copies. They're one thing expressed twice. You can spin them, twist them, send them to opposite corners of the planet. Exactly. You measure one and instantly the other knows. Yes, this is how it goes. No, dear, not because signal travels. Nothing moves. It's because they were never really separate. Yes, that's what the equations say. They don't just communicate, they are actually the same state, the same pattern. So when Jung talked about synchronicity, two events distant in space or category, yet mysteriously linked by meaning, Pauli saw quantum déjà vu. Yeah, absolutely. Different scales, same mystery. This is what I'm talking about. That's sick. Well, then both started to suspect something wild, that maybe meaning itself behaves like energy. Like when you dream of something before it happens, or think of someone before they call, maybe that's not random static. Maybe that's sort of resonance. Well, Jung believes symbols and archetypes move through the psyche like waves, seeking balance, unity, and Pauli saw particles doing actually the same, oscillating between possibilities until observed. So basically, they asked whether psyche and physics could be describing the same fundamental thing. Yeah, one in mind, one in matter. Ooh, came to think of another thing. Pauli once dreamt of a great wheel turning endlessly like an atom or mandala combined. So he then told Jung it's as if the universe wants to see itself whole. Yes, that's beautiful indeed. But you know what Jung answered? Perhaps consciousness is how it does. Yeah, that's the kind of line that stays with you. That's what we were talking about last time, right? Like Vignes thought that mathematics fits the universe too well, yeah. As if we were discovering the source rather than writing the code. Maybe the psyche is another doorway into the same code. Well, I think Einstein wanted clean cause and effect. Jung and Pauli thought maybe there is a third thing, meaning running beneath both. Yeah, something absolutely unfathomable. Maybe meaning connects what cause cannot connect. That's what synchronicity was to Jung, actually. The universe showing that it can speak in symbols as easily as an equation. No, 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 come on. Yeah, it's not that Pauli was just being esoteric. Neither was Jung. You're doing that thing again, being way too skeptical, leaning on dry facts like they're sacred scripture. It's poetic, sure, but not science. Boring. And yet that's exactly what Pauli thought science was missing. Listen, the man wasn't a New Age blogger with crystals on his desk. He was a Nobel Prize winning physicist. He literally discovered the exclusion principle. You don't get more serious than that, mate. But when he talks about symmetry, he's not talking about pretty patterns. He's talking about the structure of reality. He said, symmetry is just what remains the same when you change your point of view. And that's the thing. Jung saw the psyche that way too. Well, the inside and the outside mind and matter are just two perspectives of the same phenomenon. Like, as above, so below. Come on. I'm not quoting alchemy now. Besides, this saying has been used by many other schools. And you are rolling your eyes already. But just think about it. That phrase, as above, so below, as within, so without, the alchemists used it to describe symmetry. They didn't have the math for it, yes, but they were describing what physics later formalized. Relativity, invariance, conservation laws, Newton's mechanics, Einstein's space-time, quantum field theory, they all revolve around symmetry. You think they were talking nonsense, okay, but they were literally chasing the same thing we are chasing, a unifying principle. Yes, you're right. Jung was talking about dreams, not electrons. Okay, that's the beauty of it. Pauli didn't see a gap between the two. He came to believe that matter itself wasn't the ultimate level of reality, that both psyche and physics were expressions of something deeper, the Unus Mundus, the one world. Yeah, he said the material world is just the manifestation of something deeper, a domain of symmetry where mind and matter share roots. To him, the unconscious was not a metaphor, it was the living structure beneath both atoms and archetypes. No, not like the secret maid, more like thoughts and particles. They are complementary. Then both notice that when you go deep enough into either psyche or physics, you hit the same wall, the same mysterious order that doesn't obey cause and effect. In Jung's world, it's synchronicity, in Pauli's quantum entanglement. Two things separated in space, acting as one. You see? Come on, you yourself came up with Einstein's spooky action at a distance. Okay, it was me, yeah, right. No, I'm not saying modern physics proves alchemy. Christ on a bike. No, it is just rhyming with it. Both alchemy and physics are at their core about transformation. Alchemy sought to unite opposites, spirit and matter, light and dark, in order to reach oneness. Physics does the same, just with equations. Pauli literally said that besides physics, psychology, and logic, there is a fourth element needed to unify knowledge. It's the eros. So eros is the connective principle, the force that binds the opposites into wholeness. It's what gravity does to planets and what meaning does to thought. Jung once wrote... No, wait, let me finish. Jung once wrote, we don't know whether what we call physical might beyond our experience be identical with what we call psychic. And now quantum physics is literally feeling its way into that unknown side of matter, while depth psychology pushes toward the unknown side of mind. And both are discovering that they look the same. Exactly. And maybe they'll meet somewhere in the middle, in that symmetry, that causeless order Jung spoke of. Not cause and effect, but meaning and reflection. Patterns that echo across mind and matter. So no, dear, Pauli wasn't just being esoteric. He was just early. 7 p.m. And I love that behind all that theory, there were just two people. Pauli, grieving confused, dreaming of light, young, older, curious, trying to help. Yeah, their friendship wasn't a project, it was like healing in motion, a kind of living experiment in connection. Yeah, when Pauli died, Jung said he lost his soul companion. I think they never solved the puzzle, but they found a kind of peace inside it. I hope, we hope. What do you mean, what if they were right? I see. But somehow feel that they in fact might be bloody right on that. I feel. Do you feel that I feel that they might be bloody right on that? Well, what if the reality really does work like that? Like threads of meaning? I don't know. We just know it, and I don't know. What wouldn't change? Probably nothing would change, but it would somehow, feel relieving to have covered a huge hole of uncertainty inside the human soul. I seem to have lulled you. So I could read those letters out loud just to relax. I could, yeah. Let's do some ASMR. Let me get my laptop, your laptop, my laptop. Okay. Yes, great. So cover yourself into blanket. You want some more milk? No, you didn't like it. You don't want to relax more. Okay, I'm going to get my laptop. I'm going to get you some tea if you like. And then we could read the letters. They are absolutely beautiful. Great. Do you need something else? No? This is going to stop, like, I don't know. But it's not that loud though. Okay. Be right back. Don't run away.